Good evening. My name is Ursula Williams, and I'm coming to talk about my curriculum that I chose for my curriculum project. The curriculum I chose was around the world, and I chose that because I wanted to give the kids a chance to visit places outside of the U.S. or outside of the city because we know a lot of kids and a lot of families can't afford to travel outside of the state or the city. So I chose around the world to give the kids a chance to travel and use their imagination to go to different places. Not only do they get a chance to visit different places, they get to learn about different cultures, different animals, historical landmarks, different foods. Just give them a chance to do a little adventuring. I chose the African continent. Well, I chose to do Africa, like the African culture. I did Asia. Let me see what else I did. I think Mexico. And it's just give the kids a chance to learn outside of their norm. Like if you, in my area is predominantly African American, so I wanted to give the African American students a chance to see what it feel like, or see some of the different things that the Mexican kids experience, or how they do things, as well as the Asian or the Caucasians. I chose my activities based off of some of the things I think stood out the most in each culture, like doing a Chinese dragon, making maracas. Like who wouldn't want to make a maraca? Makes music. We talked about the I chose the book Why Giraffes Can't Dance because I wanted to give the kids a chance to learn about themselves, of build confidence, like build their self-esteem up, because a lot of times someone around you may say, hey, you can't do that, but if you believe in your heart, or you have that drive or that faith in yourself, then there's no limit to what you can do. So we did that. We got a chance. I put in an activity that the kids got a chance to do their own dance or come up with their own move, or to show us something that they felt like they couldn't do at the beginning, and now they have confidence, or they feel like they can do now. We also talked about some of the things that they was afraid to do, and some of the things that they wanted to learn to do. Another thing we did, let me see, the Mexican food. We tried different dish. I put in there that we would do Mexican corn, because I myself has never tried Mexican corn, and I felt like that was an experience for all of us to try together. We read a book that took us on an adventure through Mexico. Like we went to the zoo. We just did different things in Mexico. The breakfast, just different dishes, guacamole, like the way they do things. Some of the colors, like some of the colors that they have or use, is kind of stand out as far as like with the materials. We talked about. Let me see what else I talked about. The Great Wall of China. I put some things in a block area so that we can do that landmark, the Great Wall of China. So I put in construction vests, helmets, because I want the kids to see somewhat of how it feel to be a construction worker. Feel like when you're building things, and make sure we had the proper PPE. Let's see what else. It was like when I was doing the curriculum or doing the lesson plans, I felt like a child, because here I am, and there's a lot of places I have yet to visit, and I just use my imagination with most of the activities that I felt like I could bring to life for the kids. Some of the things I didn't get a chance to incorporate in my lesson plans was like the different languages. that the different in different areas of the country, outside of this country, like the different languages that are spoken and that the people use. I didn't get a chance to really incorporate that in my lesson plan, but I did get a chance to. I think I got a chance to incorporate that Spanish and that Mexican when I talk about the Mexican thing. And I just tried to make sure the kids learn like social emotional development, like every activity that I chose, whether it was reading a book or we doing some type of arts or craft. I wanted to make sure that the kids had some type of development in each area. If it wasn't much as putting glue to stack the paper, to make the maracas or to make the Chinese dragon, or doing coloring, like the fine motor and gross motor skills. And it was just exciting to me that I could come up with something that would take the kids on a journey and we never even had to leave the classroom. That was the most exciting part. Like, we got a chance to visit Paris. I have always wanted to visit Paris and see the Eiffel Tower. We got a chance to make our own little passports, and we pretended like we was on the airplane, which I am afraid of heights. So that's the closest I know I'm going to get as far as being on an airplane. And I just enjoyed putting it together. I kind of got a little agitated or stuck as far as like with my special accommodations, being that I do work in a SPED class. I made sure that I did incorporate that I would have the speech therapist to add different things. Like, if for the day we were talking about Mexico, I made sure that she added the pictures of the book to their communication device, like the PEC system. I know I said, like, if they needed help as far as like with using scissors or something like that, I would assist them in doing that, or have a peer to go and help them glue things together. I really wasn't sure as far as trying to have the accommodations when the kids are up explaining the book or retelling the story. So I was kind of stuck right there. But all I can say, as far as with the special accommodations, I try to make sure that each child feel welcome or feel like they're a part of the class. For my nonverbal babies, maybe put pictures on their desk so they can point to it, or use the communication device so they can communicate how did they feel, or if I ask a question about some of the characters in the story, I have those characters on there so they can pick, so they can feel a part, be a part. When we decide to do the dance, I know I put it that me, myself, or maybe the PT or OT could help me stand the child up so the child can participate in the dance. Just so to give them a chance to get up out their chair. But yeah, I kind of enjoyed doing this curriculum project. I know I have a lot to learn, and just being able to give the kids something that that's life changing, and then you really get them a chance to see how their other classmate is. You just learn a different culture. Learning different things to me is exciting. I'm always ready to learn something different, because I feel like you're never too old and it's never too late to learn something different. So I feel like when I did the different cultures, they would give the kids opportunities, to respect somebody's that's different from you. We may not all be the same, but we got to learn to get along and respect each other's differences. And yeah, that's about it.